Hello student, I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. Before beginning with the next session, we'll first understand some basic terminologies that are related with the unit number 5, that is principle of inheritance and variation. The terminologies that we are going to study is inheritance, variation, dominant trait, recessive trait, trait or characters, genes or alleles, homozygous condition, heterozygous condition, selfing, crossing, monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, genotype, phenotype, linkage, recombination, pedigree, aneuploidy, chromosomal aberration, mutations and hybridization. These are all the terminologies that you will come across in the unit number 5. So it is very necessary that you are very thorough with these terminologies. Let's start. The first is inheritance. What is inheritance? It is the process by which characters are passed from parent to progeny. For example, the eye color. If the eye color of your mother is brown, your eye color could also be brown. What is next is variation. Variation, it is the degree by which progeny differs from their parent. So this suggests that not all the characteristics of your parents will come or inherit in you. Some of the characteristics may be different from either of your mother or your father. This is due to variation. Next is trait or characters. It is a distinguished quality or a characteristic, typically one belonging to a person or a genetically determined trait. You can say that it is a typical quality or a characteristic of a person that can be defined as trait. For example, in your chapter you will come across traits that are determined by Mendel. So tall and dwarfness are the trait for plant height. Next is dominant trait. The trait in which one variant of a gene on a chromosome is masking or overriding effect of a different variant of a same gene on the other copy of a chromosome. This means that there are two alleles for each trait. One is dominant and the other is recessive. So the trait which is dominant is masking the characteristic or the expression of the recessive trait which is not expressing. We'll see this in detail, dominant and recessive trait, in the exceeding chapter. What is recessive trait? Recessive trait, it can be carried in a person's genes without appearing in that person and is masked by dominant trait. Recessive traits are those traits in which their effects cannot be seen by the phenotype and it is masked by the dominant trait. What are genes? One of the most important topic, genes. As you all know that the blueprint of an individual is the DNA that is residing in the nucleus. DNA folds to form a structure that is called as chromosome, which is highly condensed structure and can be observed during mitosis phase and can be observed during metaphase of mitosis. So genes are those segment of DNA or a part of DNA that is particularly inheritable and is responsible for expressing certain characteristic to the organism. Or in other words, we can say genes are a unit of inheritance. They contain information that are required to express a particular trait in an organism. Okay. What is allele? Alleles are the genes which can code for a pair of contrasting traits are known as alleles. Other words, they are slightly different forms of the same gene. For example, we'll study in the unit that for the characteristic or the trait of plant height, there are two alleles, that is capital T and small t. So capital T and small t are the alleles for plant height and they are responsible for expressing the character that is height, which is an example of gene. Next is homozygous and heterozygous condition. Before homozygous and heterozygous, we'll first understand what is zygosity. Zygosity is the degree to which both copies of a chromosome or a gene have the same genetic difference. So it is that both copies of a chromosome either have the same or different genetic sequence determines whether it is a homozygous or a heterozygous condition. Homozygous it is the degree of similarity of an allele. For example, if both the alleles are dominant, it is homozygous condition. If both the alleles are recessive, that is small t, which is not expressed and is masked by the dominant trait, it is also a homozygous condition. Similarly, we will go with heterozygous. Heterozygous is having two different alleles of a particular gene. Same, we are taking both the genes for height, but here one is capital T and the other one is small t. This means that one is the dominant and the other one is recessive allele. So when one dominant and one recessive allele comes into play, it is called heterozygous condition. And when both the alleles are dominant or both the alleles are recessive, it is called homozygous. Next is genotype. What is genotype? Genotypes determine the part of the genetic makeup of a cell, specifically genes responsible for a particular trait. For example, genotype is the alleles that are necessary for a particular trait. For example, this determines that the plant is tall. This determines that the plant is dwarf. So this means that this capital T is the genotype of the tall plant, whereas the small t is the genotype of the dwarf plant. Similarly, this capital T and small t is the genotype of the mixed tall. Next is phenotype of an organism. The phenotype is an organism's actual observable property such as its morphology, developmental pattern and behavior. Examples of phenotype is tallness, dwarfness, skin color, flower position, eye color, etc. What do you mean by selfing? Selfing or self-fertilization is the union of male or female gametes from the same haploid, diploid or polyploid organism. When there is selfing between the same polyploid, haploid or diploid organism, that type of fertilization is called selfing. Next we'll go with crossbreeding. What is crossbreeding? Breeding of closely related individual to produce new crop variety or lines with desirable property. That means that instead of same individual, there are two closely related individuals that are allowed to mate and a new variety is produced with desirable characteristics. Next is monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross is a genetic mix between two individuals having homozygous genotype. We'll see here that capital T that is tallness and small t that is recessive. So the alleles that will get or the gametes that will formed will be capital T small t, capital T small t, capital T small t, capital T small t. That means that monohybrid means there is only involvement of a single trait. Here plant height is the trait which is taken into the consideration. Similarly, we'll go with dihybrid cross. In case of dihybrid cross, a cross is made between two genes of two different observed traits. Here we have taken round and wrinkled. Round and wrinkled. So you will observe various genotypes depending on the dihybrid cross. When two characteristics are taken into consideration, the cross that is formed is called as dihybrid cross. Here we have seed color and seed pod as the characteristic. Pod shape. Here we have taken seed color and pod shape as the characteristic. What is linkage? Linkage is the close association of gene or the other DNA sequences on the same chromosome. Okay, it is the association between the genes on the same chromosome. So we'll understand with an example. Suppose this is a chromosome and these are the A, B and C are the genes that are present on that chromosome. So what is linkage? Gene A and gene C are closer to each other as compared to gene C and B as well as A and B. So we'll say that gene A and C are linked more closely to each other as compared to A and B or C and B. Clear? So the point is the closer the two genes are to each other on the chromosome, the greater the probability that they will inherit together. So there are chances that these two genes will move together in another chromosome as compared to A and B moving together. Okay. So next is recombination. Recombination is the process by which pieces of DNA are broken and recombined to produce new combinations of allele. Simply recombination means to recombine different traits or different characteristics from different individual and to produce a new combinations. This recombination word will be very useful in the unit labeled as biotechnology. This will be very important and is one of the foundation of biotechnology. Next is pedigree analysis. It is the approach to study the inheritance of gene in humans. We'll discuss this pedigree analysis also in detail in your chapter number 5. It is useful when studying species with a long generation time. What is aneuploidy? Aneuploidy is the presence or absence of or abnormal number of chromosome in a cell. For example, if a chromosome are always present in pair, if there are more than 2 in a pair, then it is called as polyploidy. If it is single chromosome instead of pair, then it is called as monoploidy. Okay? Chromosomal aberrations. Chromosomal disorder or a mutation is missing extra or irregular portion of chromosomal DNA. If there is any mutation in the DNA or there is an extra or an irregular chromosomal DNA, those type of mutations are called as chromosomal aberration. These includes deletion, insertion, translocation. Next is mutations. A mutation is a sudden change that occurs in our DNA sequence either due to mistakes when the DNA is copied or the result of environmental factor. So during the process of DNA replication it can occur, during transcription also it can occur. Moreover, during the process of translation these mutations can occur at any period of time and they could also be the result of environmental factor such as our exposure to any carcinogen, our exposure to any UV light and many more. Next is hybridization. Hybridization is the process of combining different varieties of organism to create a hybrid. This is the process in which different varieties of organisms are combined to create a hybrid which will give you with the desired qualities that you required in your organism. For example, the most common it is the foreign breeds of cow which are producing more milk as compared to the Indian breed. Selective breeding. Selective breeding is the process by which humans use animal breeding and plant breeding to selectively develop particular phenotype. So to selectively develop a particular phenotype in a particular animal or plant species, the technique used is selective breeding. Make sure you are very thorough with these terminologies that I have make you understand in this video, and this will very much help you to continue with your chapter number 5, that is principles of inheritance and variation, one of the most important topics and bit difficult one, but I'll hope and I'll try to make it as easier as possible for you to understand and to clear your concepts. Thank you very much. In the next class we'll be dealing with the unit, it's Mendel law of inheritance. We'll discuss each and every detail of the unit. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.